Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
Hello,
Welcome to a
everyone.
new stream of Transformers Earth Wars.
Another week with more news and the usual sound check. 1 2 1 2. Everyone can hear us. I think so.
Hopefully anyone can hear everyone, not just Jairo.
Setting up the sound. And yeah, should we say some highs?
Yeah, joining us today on Twitch, there is Lord Dragir, K9 Stand. Hello to Arnev, to Gunfire, Axis, and also Sopo Arman, Munchie GT, Noltai Lolart, Primus Goddess, Piglet Twitch, and I think that is it for Twitch. Hello to everybody.
Yeah, so from Facebook, some of our usual friends here. Hi to Dan Jones, Manuel Chari, Al Vega, Mike Walker, Thomas Hedge, many others. Andrea Berardi, Travis Smith. I like how in Facebook you usually read the real names and not nicknames. So it's good to see that we have real people there. Edward Garcia and many others. Hello to everyone.
I'll do just one from Facebook because it's a quick one. Hello, Mario Scalogiru. Yes, finally.
And on YouTube, joining us today, there's Miraj, Jake, Sam Longa, Dinesh Kitu, Hugo Pineda, Ivan Aris, Hello to Sprunk, Witsi Regenerous, Joshua, and A Damage, Kevin Stoltar, Agustin Rodrigo Moreira Ravena, Graph Inks Studio. Hello to everybody from YouTube, Bitokori, Atsap, Christian Perez. Hello to everyone.
Nice.
So this week, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about the event that's going to happen this weekend. We're going to do a little bit of the dialogue that was written for Simon Furman for this saga. We're going to show you the new bot, the Triple Changer Double Dealer. And finally, we'll end up with some trivia and freebie. I remind you as well, like if you have any questions that you want to ask us, just like drop them in the chat. We might not answer straight away, but we'll like copy them somewhere and do some Q&A session in between all the items on the menu that I've told you. Cool. Should we then directly start with the event?
Sure.
Yeah, let's do that.
So it's going to screen in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, there we are in the bidding war. Because for this saga's character, it's all about the monies, the bling blings, and there is this situation. If we remind the dialogues, where each faction is facing a strong enemy, and something will happen, of course, some solution for that. But meanwhile, we get into the bidding war. It will be an alliance tournament. It's the usual 30 prestigious alliance tournament to win mostly prime core shards, to complete your collection of prime cores, and if you are over it, then to collect some G metal power cores, very powerful. Then there are also shard crystals, each of one of each containing 4-star shards, 3-star shards, premium crystal shards. In this case, this will go as usual to your bridge, and you will have to open the crystals, so no confusion there. Then some random MK3 battle boosters to help you go over the different prestiges. Every time you reach that reward, you will see which battle booster have you win. And then some spark, alloy, and energon that is useful for every kind of character and every kind of player. So that will be the usual triple XP 30 prestigious event for the weekend with some nice rewards. And it's not super hard, so you can gather some energy because next week we'll have the end of Saga. But you have some good rewards for this weekend too.
Cool. Yeah, let's move on then. Do you want to go straight away into dialogue, or do you prefer to reply some questions?
We should go straight to the dialogue. I think give people a bit more time.
Yeah.
Which one should we play? I'm not sure actually. Are you feeling more Autobot or Decepticons today?
It's the Decepticons. We haven't done Decepticons for a while.
Oh, we haven't heard from Luca for a while. So.
Who's gonna start?
Go for it, Sebi.
If I were Devdorus, I would find myself a neutral or someone who can be bought.
Shockwave.
Think about it, Megatron. You must have someone on Cybertron, someone who could prep Straxus for this assault. Does the upgrade of his Arcs for a start?
I see what you mean. Someone faction and morality free. A bottom feeding mercenary of some stripe.
Hey! No maligning my profession. We get bad press, you know? And I noticed that when you need us, all this haughty disdain goes right out of the window.
Yes, quite. Forgive me, Lockdown. I spoke rashly. Now, if you were to shortlist some fellow professions in your field who might be swayed by Sonics alone, who will be at the top of it?
Me, naturally. But given I am not currently in the merc market, my go-to gun for hire would be Double Dealer.
I am familiar with him. I have even used him on occasion. I agree, Double Dealer has the necessary skills and factional flexibility for this type of arrangement.
But how does this help us? Right now, even Overlord is finding Straxus a tough nut to crack.
Well, see, we mercs always have a fallback position. You're happy? In case of default or other extenuating circumstances that might mean not getting paid.
Yes. And we are going to make him an offer he can't refuse. Soundwave.
Scanning the dark network now, mighty Megatron. One message.
Tell Double Dealer we want him here, now! And we'll make it worth his while.
And if he refuses,
I will make it my business to see he goes out of business permanently.
dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
Very ominous from Megatron at the end of this dialogue. You can be sure Double Dealer will join the ranks next week after the event.
Yeah,
Cool.
Double Dealer. So you both join.
Yeah, it's joining. We showed it in the newsletter this week. We'll show it in the showroom later in the stream. It's double transformations.
So as you might not know, he's the new triple changer. He's of course he's on the bot that will be available for both the Autobots and Decepticon this time. So not different bots. But he's pretty special. I do love all his both transformations. Of course, triple changers means like a lot of like two abilities to use and in with each other, and then it makes special effects. So he's gonna be pretty good. So looking forward to actually finalize him and actually showing you guys their ability.
Yeah, it's already like we put a lot of work already into it. Like it was done quickly, but it was just like now just in playtests. So we're just like fine tuning in with the playtesters for it to be ready next week.
And should we show them in the in the showroom?
I can do that. Well, I need a bit of time actually. So
Okay,
if you
so
want to
we'll
answer
maybe do
some Q&A.
some questions. So some people are asking if Hyro, if we're gonna get achievements for getting both to level 65.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good idea. I mean, there is a lot of effort to put into that to reach that level, so it would make sense to have some kind of freebie or compensation or achievement to
Well,
getting to that level. So
we did add them like to level 60.
yeah,
When we increased the level, we just didn't add the new like achievements for that, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna add something in the future.
yeah,
And there's also like I think some other things I don't know if there's an HQ17 also achievement. There's a few other things I guess we have not updated since we increased the HQ level. So definitely some things we need to have a look on.
yeah. We have the system now, so any new implementations, further levels, we can consider to implement achievement related to that. There is another question. Sorry, you ready?
No, go for it.
Oh
Go
yeah,
for it.
it's about the self-opening crystals that were quite a mess last weekend. I think they work well for simple things like the boosters, but for the crystals, 5-star crystals, or some more appreciated reward, it wasn't well appreciated for all players, so we won't be
I
applying
think
that again.
I think it's confusing because when the game you're getting a crystal, you expect to get a crystal and not direct crystal opening. So I think, as Jairo said, we're gonna probably revert it. But we also know that it's a bit of a pain opening like 100 crystals at a time. So I think we have something coming in the future that will allow you to open more than one crystal to make it a bit easier.
There was some question regarding Laser Optimus from Edward Garcia. Yes, we have done some changes to Laser Optimus. This has been done when we released the 5-star batches. You probably didn't see it. There's some information in the newsletter probably from 2 weeks ago. So yeah, it became a lot stronger following those changes. So yeah, you should check it out definitely.
Yeah, we changed his ability totally. I think it's now he has huge bounces, has more damage. There's a lot of changes, so yeah, definitely checking the game.
Looking for more questions.
Meanwhile, I will try to get.
There.
Yeah, here he is.
Look at him.
So yeah, he's coming next week. He's got his big missile. So his missile that's like he's carrying on his shoulder, you can see the other bit of it is actually his gun. So he has this kind of like splitting missile that transforms it into a gun. You can see that when it transforms into this sort of like missile launcher platform, both the missile assemble and it becomes this really big missile. He has this sort of like stabilizer at the back, so he can launch his missile freely without too much recoil.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. We don't really have this in the game yet, like this sort of like big missile. So obviously we're gonna use it in battle. We'll discover that probably next week. And then there is bird form as well. Missile is still there. So yeah, you can expect some kind of like missile shooting from far, and obviously some like flying above the target in terms of abilities. So that's where we decided to take it. I won't say more today because it's not finalized, so I don't want to promise too much. But I think the two abilities are pretty cool and they work well together, shooting from the distance and then probably just like flying over.
Can we say any info like how he behaves? Is he like a Springer and Skylinks, like meal distance ranged or meal bots, or how will he behave in the battle?
So in the battle, we still, so as you can see, is triple changers looking at the icon up there. In battle, we wanted to do something a little bit different because the other triple changer are mostly meal bots. So this one will more behave like a gunner. It'll be at the back, it'll shoot from far, it'll shoot over walls as well. So that's kind of like, we wanted to have like a different take to triple changers because there's already been 3, most of them are meal. I think that would giving an interesting edge to be able to shoot from far, especially that, as I mentioned, the missile is going to be like a really range special ability where it will be able to do some damage from far as well using a special ability without getting into the battle. So yeah, it's going to be more of like a damage dealer from a range.
Nice.
Definitely. Yeah, I think it's going to be cool. I just show the other. I think this one. I'll show all the transformation once again. I especially like the one that goes from like the bird form back into the biped. It just rolls over. Yeah, so this is Double Dealer, available next week. We continue working on the ability this week. That'll probably, so we will definitely reveal it in the newsletter next week. Hopefully some playtester will be able to do a video and demonstrate how it works ahead of the event next week. Right?
For sure, I think our YouTubers like Sunstriker was and a few of the others, Alpha Prime, and they will definitely do a few videos for people to have a look at just before the event, so people can know how high they could be committed and they want to commit for him. As a reminder, it is going to be a leaderboard event coming up next week. So is that correct?
I was thinking.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. It's been a couple of streams where we actually not in sync with the bot release. I don't know how we managed that. I think it's like coming out of the weekly cadence. We just like got it wrong. We need to get back into. We release the ability in battle.
Yeah, we'll see, because it's much better to actually solve them in battle and everything. But because some sagas are 5 weeks, some other sagas are 4 weeks, I guess, yeah, it just moves around. We'll see if we can actually, next time we can actually have the bot ready, so we can actually reveal him like a week earlier. The stream is a bit earlier.
Next saga I think is a week shorter, so we might fall on the right cadence again.
Cool. So that's Double Dealer.
Triple changer coming next week. Expect 2 abilities, some synergy between the abilities as it was done before for Skylinks and Sunstorm.
And big booms.
And really big missiles coming in on you.
Cool. Have you seen any question regarding Double Dealer?
I couldn't find any about the Double Dealer. Let's do a last pass, but
I see generic questions, but nothing concerning Double Dealer.
There was a question: is Double Dealer's transformation based on a new unreleased mold? So the transformation themselves have been designed by our artist. So the way he just like flips around, his look is based on the TV series, on the new Netflix series, right?
It's based on the Seeds toy line. So yeah. It is a new toy. I think it's already available. It's not the original generation's Double Dealer, which I think was more like some other bot. I can't remember who it was like, but it is the latest mold that Hasbro has out there.
Cool.
Will Double Dealer be able to load 2 combat bots? No, it won't. It will only have one, and it will be range combat bot. That means like combat bot like Top Shot and Fireline. So this kind of combat bot for him.
Yeah, there was another question about power cores for triple changers. If we have anything on mind for the triple changer.
It's an idea that's like players have been floating around for a while. And it's something we definitely want to do. That would be cool. Not so sure what we're gonna do with it, to be honest. I really didn't have time to think about it. If you think of something you'd really like to see on a triple changer, don't hesitate to suggest an idea, because everything is open right now and on the cards. So
Cool. Cool.
Yeah. Some people are saying that he was sharing a mold with a Blitzwing. Yeah, I just found that too. Yeah, it was Blitzwing that they were selling. But this good thing news that there is actually a newer toy now, because you can actually make him more justice and be more like how he used to be in the original G1 toy line. It helps a lot when Hasbro actually releasing new toys, because it's, I mean, we're going to just follow that. A lot of the times, if we're going to just go down to the original G1, we don't have as much information because the original animation is not as clear, and the original toys are a bit not as proportional. So it's good when we can actually be now in sync with the newer toys for sure. Cool. Cool. So I guess we could move into normal questions. Of course, if someone has any question about Double Dealer, just let us know. There's a few questions about Sonic Store, and there was an update that went out like last week, or I think it was last week, and people are asking if we're gonna have other things in like G1 chip or something like that.
Yes, the G1 chip will be there. It's very close for the release of that. And the plan is to have the G1 random power core chip added into the store, so you not only can get them from duplicates, but also from this chip that will be added soon. So yes, that will be one of the additions to the Shanix store.
Yeah, I think it was actually scheduled to go out with the original release, but then there was some last-minute problems with the art, and we had to pull it. There was a few other rewards actually that was meant to go out, but there were some other problems with them. So we did update it with some of the temporary rewards, as you saw, but there's more stuff coming, so it's not sure.
Let's say that was the part 1 of 2 of the Shanix store update, the long-awaited Shanix store update. So yes, there will be more stuff coming.
But no
players are saying that Double Dealer should be directly in the Shanix store because he's a mercenary and he just plays for you for Shanix. So
that's a good point.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Who knows?
Another question regarding the Shanix store is, are we going to make available the Omega Supreme tank?
Yes.
The 3-star.
Yeah, the 3-star.
The 3-star part will also be added at some point in the future. So people that couldn't take part in the event or miss out the getting to the reward will be able to use Sonics to purchase the 3-star part. So that one is going to be there. As for the other people asking when it's going to be the 4-star part for the Omega Supreme and Overlord, that is going to come in the future. It's going to be an event for the 4-star, and we will see how we actually distribute them after the event later. Maybe they will be in the Sonic store, maybe not. We're not going to promise something. We're still going to be flexible on that, but it will definitely come in an event. I think it's going to be, it's not that far away now, but it will be coming soon.
For Cybertron skin cores.
Yeah.
When will when will more be available?
Next week you can get one, and more will be coming on the next events. Also, that links to a question that will we get more texture cores that are in G1? Well, the War for Cybertron is the first one of an edition, and yeah, in the future, why not? We would like to add more, so it's something we have on the table.
Yeah, it's a new tech, so we will definitely be doing some more stuff with them. Of course, if we're gonna do the effort of actually releasing proper skins instead of a textures update, then we definitely will probably think of new ways or ways that we can actually give to people to be more enticing. So definitely more stuff will come in the future. There are some questions about new G1 course. So we didn't actually put it in newsletter, but we did actually reveal them in our Discord chat, and so maybe it will be a good opportunity to actually mention the new G1 course in this thing. So do you want to say which ones are Fabian?
Should I just say which one are they, or should I say more than that? So we revealed them.
It's up to us, like, yeah.
Yeah, so we revealed in Discord which one would be available. So the next boss that are gonna get the G1 cores are Alpha Bravo and its equivalent in the Decepticon Long Haul. We will also have Mirage and his counterpart Breakdown. We also have Hot Rod and his counterpart Nemesis Prime, the guys that do the like Blessing of the Matrix and the Power of Darkness ability. And finally, a bot that has been boosted quite a lot recently and received the 5-star treatment, Smokescreen and Breakneck will also have G1 core.
So
yeah,
when are we gonna release them, Jairo?
So, because we have some busy weeks, it couldn't be this week, and next weekend we have the end of saga that's already busy. We will have them released on the start of the next saga. That's in next week. No, the other one. So in 2 weeks.
2 weeks time.
Yeah, 2 weeks time, and the usual. They will come from duplicates. We'll have some bundles. We'll have an event to introduce them. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see them around for sure.
So I think we're gonna have a stream that week, so we'll probably show more about them, but maybe we could do some sneak reveals, not by actually showing the main game. So I think Mirage and has the most interesting one, especially for the G1 original fans, because yes, he's finally gonna be turning invisible, as people are requesting. So Mirage is actually, I think his G1 ability is straight out of the G1 series, alongside with the VFX.
Yeah, the VFX looks really like this typical G1. You see this kind of box that makes him like invisible. So this will be in the game, definitely looking G1. Same, it's not completely the same, but almost with Smokescreen and Breakneck. They're gonna have like a main feature in this G1 core, but they will also like in the G1 cartoon, the Smokescreen will just like surround himself with this sort of like exhaust smoke. It's something that he used to do in the cartoon as well. He would just like drive around and the exhaust smoke from his car would just like hide him or just like confuse the Decepticon. So he will also have that along with another kind of like more powerful aspect and component of
the same
core.
with Mirage. It's that invisibility. It's an aspect of him, not the whole core. So there's a few other things that's gonna come in.
Yeah, and then Hot Rod and Nemesis Prime. Don't want to say too much, but the G1 core will make the ability slightly better. It will add something to the Blessing of the Matrix and to the Power of Darkness. And finally, Alpha Bravo and Long Haul will have more kind of like classic effect, something that you've already seen in the game. It's harder to make them. There was nothing really in the G1 cartoon we could do with them, and the obvious choice for us was some like damage increase placed in the right place for them. So yeah, we won't say much. It's still like it's at the end of the playtest, so I think they're going to be final pretty soon. There might be some more information in the newsletter next week about them for release in 2 weeks time.
Nice. So there is a question from Akbar. Akbar, can you please make it easier to get build bots, please? The thing is that you get some cyber coins from the achievements as you progress in the game. And a good thing to invest these cyber coins is to get build bots and speed up your progress in the city. So yeah, just a matter of keep playing and getting cyber coins. What else?
There's a question about buffing Grimlock. I mean, Grimlock was it is a pretty strong bot, especially on the 5-star form. I've seen a few people actually use him. Yes, like it is because he rushes ahead that he can take a lot of damage. I think though he already has a G1 core and he's quite strong. Maybe he will need a touch, but considering the meta has been actually changed, considering we have now higher races, there's a lot more other than Grimlock. I think he's pretty good at the moment. Of course, you usually the one in the usually combine them with like hot rod and other things to can actually give him a boost, and then he can actually break the walls pretty much. So I don't think he's useless. And of course, there's other bots who probably need to have a look first.
Let's see.
There's a question if we're going to add more Biscore characters. I don't think at the moment. I think the best bet to do is like when we're gonna have Kingdom start coming up. Maybe around that point we'll be featuring a few more characters from the Biscore series. I think that, as you might know, Kingdom is the third season of the Netflix series gonna coming in. I don't know, at some point. So you're probably gonna be like, I think when that starts coming out, we're definitely gonna have some more Biscore characters, but none at the moment.
Who is on the buff list?
Fabian?
Well, apparently I heard that 2 weeks ago while I was not there, you promised that Devastator will be on the buff list. So I bet we have to do it now, but that's a good thing. It's a bit weak. So we'll probably have a look at him soon. I don't know, personally, I think Punch and Counter Punch should be on the buff list as well. This is something that I've discussed with the playtesters. We have had a look at what was the name? I've had a look at some bots before.
Noscon?
Then no, Noscon could be on the buff list as well. That's also like a good one. We have had what was he? Yeah, we had like Streetwise and Sin Twin, so we buffed them kind of like a few months back. Definitely Punch and Counter Punch. Noscon, a lot of people are calling for buff as well, and obviously Devastator as a combiner might come as well.
Yeah, I mean, we always go through and just try to update some of the bots. Of course, some of the other bots are a bit older, and usually especially for the original bots for launching with the start of the game, we try to do a bit more of like a G1 course to them, and if if we don't actually get around to just buff them significantly with the G1, then they might become a 5-star and get the massive buff, which is usually the case. I do love like I think Smokescreen was not that loved, but now he's pretty OP, especially on his 5-star 4, and the same for Laser Optimus. So I think the time will come for most of the bots to be re-updated and actually fit more with the current meta.
Can you think about bumping up elimination mode to end on Friday when the weekend event starts?
It already ends on Friday when the weekend starts. I think the only thing is it starts on the Tuesday, so not on the Monday after the event finishes, because we want people to have a break. But it already ends on Friday, so it's a bit confusing question. Should we do a trivia to break out
Yeah.
a bit? Get a few more questions. Let's jump into some quick trivia, I think.
So we can do some trivia. I will remind you the rules. We'll ask some questions related to the game, obviously, and the Transformers. Once you have an answer, you post it in the chat together with your in-game name, alliance name, and HQ level, so we can find you and send you some freebie after. So the questions. I can't find them.
Yeah, I can start with question one. As usual, thanks Nathan. He sends us the questions and they're always interesting. And it says, Double Dealer transforms into an ACBM launcher. But what does ACBM stand for? So the missile launcher, I guess it has a more technical definition and military concept. And we are looking for the what does this ACBM stands for. Yeah, and as Fabian reminded us, yeah, we need your in-game name. Well, we need the answer first, your in-game name, your HQ level, and alliance, so we can find you.
It's quite easy. Already see that.
It is. This week is easy. Nathan is being benevolent this week. So, yeah, we can see a lot of answers. Nice.
While I was designing Double Dealer, I actually tried to Google how this type of missile type truck launcher are actually called in military term, and I found that out.
Yeah, I was looking for images for the answer, but then many countries were reflected there. I thought, never mind. I don't want to to put some military examples here from real life. So, do you miss any winner? So should I check?
I probably missed some winners. No, it's okay.
Okay,
It's all good.
all good. So we got the winners, and the answer, as many of you know already, it stands for Intercontinental Ballistic Missile. That way makes me wonder: does Cybertron have continents? But yeah, that's the Earth mode, ACBM, Intercontinental Ballistic Missile, and we have the winners. We have Ultra Horn 60 from TF Prima. We have Thunderbot from Arc New Union, and we have Gigabomb 10 from Adults Play 2. So congratulations to the winners for answering this question and getting some freebies.
Congratulations, guys.
Okay. Yeah, do you want to read the second question?
I can read the second questions. Second questions, same deal. You post your answer together with your in-game name, alliance name, and HQ level, so we can find you. So in the shops right now is the new War for Cybertron Earth Price Double Dealer. But what size class is he?
Yeah.
So what size class is the new War for Cybertron Earth Price Double Dealer?
So not in the Shanix shop, not in the bundle shop. It's on the retail shop. It's the actual figure. Yeah, someone was asking before if he's taller than Sentius twins. I don't know. I don't really know the size comparison there, but I think it's a big boy, right?
It is actually right now. It's not that big, but I was actually thinking of making it a little bit bigger. Like it needs to be, because it needs to be a little bit bigger. I think it needs to be a big boy, definitely, because it has this big gun and everything. It transforms into a truck.
Is the
The
bird
toy looks actually really cool.
Yeah.
The
Is the
new
bird
toy is
mode
actually,
also bigger than the others that we have in game?
it's not bigger. It's about the same size,
Yeah,
probably.
that makes sense.
The missile is definitely the bigger missile we ever had in a game.
That's for sure. For now, for now at least.
No.
Yeah, so the question was, you can buy now what for Cybertron Earthrise Double Dealer toy or figure, but what size class is he? Do you need any help, Fabian, to
Yeah, we need a random winner on YouTube.
YouTube? So let me do YouTube. Okay.
Oh, I did point at a wrong answer.
They were asking who has a dog. I don't have a dog. I have a cat. They can hear some barks.
That's not me.
I mean, like my door on the balcony door is open. There's a lot of stray dogs and cats around, so it could be me, but it's not one of mine.
Cool. So we got some winners. The answer to the questions. The question was, in the shops right now is the new War for Cybertron Earthrise Double Dealer, but what size class is he? And the class is leader class.
Leader class.
And the winners are Black Shadow from Baby Nose. We also have Grand Galvatron from the Alliance. No, wait. The name is Grand Galva and the Alliance is Mecha. And we also, the last winner is LukeBot64X from Moon, Autobots Moon. Congratulations to you guys.
So congratulations to the winners. Nice. So it seems we are in line on releasing characters, or almost in line with Hasbro, huh?
We even like ahead of time from the TV series.
Yeah. No spoilers though. No spoilers.
The toy looks really good. Not really.
Yeah, no, I mean, I do love all the new toys that Hasbro is coming out. It's a kind of reminder of G1 and a modernized version of them. Of course, the ones from War for Cybertron was a bit more like Cybertronian because he was meant to take place in Cybertron. But I really hope with Earthrise we see some more like just like the G1 with the vehicles that they used to transform to. Time for some other questions. I think people were asking if there are going to be any updates to the war mode happening in the future. We are investigating and thinking of some things to change and spicy the war modes. but nothing concrete to talk about right now. But we do know that it's one of the most engaging feature in the game. Most people actually spend a lot of the time doing that. So for sure, we're gonna have a look and see what else we can do and what could be interesting for alliances in the future. Another question: if we're planning on doing a defense course to counter trucks and cutthroat smoke. I mean, I don't think we will target specific abilities because that's a bit, I mean, except for the stealth abilities, that would be a bit too against like trucks and cutthroat. But I think now that a lot of the HQ17 upgrades are finishing, and we see a lot of the top alliances actually start to be able to destroy the base more easy with the addition of combat bots, we'll definitely be starting to have a look of what's gonna happen next in defense. We're gonna go there. So an intermediate update to the existing HQ17 or new course or other things. We will start to investigating what will happen in the future, and for sure there will be some additions happening in defense coming in the next months.
Yeah, they're asking for the next tag of war. We'll check when it's time for it. Last one was super long, so we will see when there is a spot for another run. Shorter, standard 1 week run. What else special? The usual question: to get to play with Decepticon Convener in Autobot faction and the other way around. I guess the answer is the usual. We would like to, but there is so many things involved.
Yeah, it's a bit also. There was some other game balancing thing, like if you can have the same combiner twice, like why bother like level up all the other combiners if you could say have two Volcanicus, and then you don't have to actually. I mean, there's a lot of things. I guess at that point you have to use only Decepticons. There's there's definitely something we have thought about in the future, and we're still thinking, but nothing concrete at the moment.
And we have more Cybertronian bots to do more damage in raids. I'm not sure. The thing is, like, we were talking about raids the other day, and we were thinking, like, oh, maybe we should give the mode a little bit of love. The stuff we want to do with raids, but it's not as the priority as it is for us to do defenses. For example, we probably work on defenses first. There'll be some times towards more the end of the year where there's going to be stuff happening around raids. Not sure about having another Cybertronian bot because I'm not sure, like, you want to have a bot that's really useful for only one mode, or if you want to have two bots like that, that's a possibility. But yeah, stay tuned. More stuff happening with raids towards the end of the year.
There is no 5-star coming to the Shanix store. There are other items. There is the G1 core and other stuff, but there is no new 5-star character coming to the Shanix store.
Another question that we cannot really answer yet is, will Lyoka be 6 bots or 5 bots?
Remains to be seen. Yeah.
We just don't have an answer for that. Stay tuned. Also, a funny question: are they finally going to explain why Luca came back for no reason?
Yeah, I guess that's for Simon Foreman.
In the dialogue, he was never gone, and he's always back when there's some money to make, because he's a greedy character.
Megatron is pretty okay with having potentially double crossers on his team. I mean, there's Starscream there, so I guess he doesn't mind having an agent of Cobra around, because probably he checks on him and then he uses him to check what's going on with Cobra. Who knows? How does Megatron think? I mean, considering there's so many bots, he should have just killed to be less of a pain to him.
Starscream. Yeah.
Okay.
So Armada Megatron is lonely. Can you get more of his team in this game? I guess from this the Armada Megatron and Laser Optimus saga. I don't know. We keep checking on characters that can be introduced from different sagas or different universes, or so yeah. Who knows? There is always a list of bots that we want to introduce.
Yeah, I think also priority is a bit to get more of the G1, since that's like a lot of the requests we're getting. Get that G1 bot or this G1 bot. So like I think we'll be more likely to get some of those characters in.
Someone is asking, so how far in advance have you seen on War for Cybertron? I don't know if you mean the show, but we have seen exactly the same as you. We don't, we haven't seen any unreleased episodes or anything like that, and we know the themes that because they have been published already, like Earth Wars and such. Earth Wars. What else? Transformers movie, Transformers. I don't see that happening, right? I think first and
We don't have
foremost, yeah.
we don't have the rights, so probably I wouldn't hold my breath for that. We have a lot of the rights for IDW and a lot of the comic or the original animation stuff, but nothing from movie, because I guess most of the right holders belongs to Paramount. So I'm afraid not. Point. Never know. There's a few characters we would like to do from that.
A question about the 13th Prime Core.
We're getting this question a lot, even like for our partners working with us. Are we ever going to do a 13 Prime course? So I don't know. It depends on Fabian if he is willing to do one or not.
I don't know. I don't know. What could we do for 13 Prime Core?
Well, you have some ideas, drop it in the chat. So
Maybe it will be Optimus Prime trailer. Who knows?
oh, that's feeding the fire.
Yeah, there's also has been a bit, I think it was a bit like bug reports in the chat as well, stuff I'm going to look at. Some people are reporting that, in fact, so shoulder cannon might not be working anymore. I'll have a look at that, and also like the damage.
I don't think it ever worked. Impact or Soldier
It
Cannon.
never worked. Okay,
I think
let's see.
we kind of disabled it early on because he was getting kind of behaving a bit weird and then got hanging the walls. So I don't know if we turn it back on. So definitely something we can have a look.
Yeah, there are this sort of ability that the bots do from the range before they go into melee. That creates a lot of like pathing issue, and sometimes we deactivate them. And some of them are just like not ideal, like the one from Dinobots that I know I'm probably gonna have a look at sometimes.
Also, Six Gun, I think, is another kind of wall hugging joyrider. So we'll definitely have to have a look at him at some point.
Okay, I'll keep a note of that. Otherwise, I'm gonna forget. Let me type it somewhere.
Oh, someone mentioned Willy as a combat bot. We are not ready. We are not prepared to answer that question.
Team buffs update. Yeah, like I don't know, we discussed like I think a while ago. Maybe we're gonna have some buffs, like concerning like if you take the whole team with you on battle. There's not much update. It's something we definitely want to look on the future, but I'm afraid there's nothing to update yet. But hopefully in the future something new.
Can we have more outposts in our base?
At the moment, I think that's fine. I think there's already. I mean, it could be.
I think
If we
it's already a
do,
lot.
it's one of the options, I guess, if we want to increase the difficulty, because we know that like the outpost bots are the biggest problem, especially on the high level basis. When you have level 60 plus bots that make a bit of a difference. Of course, it gets like now so noisy with having 4 bots, 1 combiner, how many combat bots spawning from them, that it becomes quite too chaotic. So nothing at the moment, but we will definitely can investigate in the future. Cool.
Cool. Oh, so we have new bot, double dealer, looking good, looking birdie, missile, and for the monies.
I think we need to
Yeah.
start recapping. Yeah, so yeah, double dealer. We saw him in the showroom. He's pretty cool. He's gonna be coming in the game next week. There will be, I think, the newsletter will have more information about his ability, which unfortunately we're still balancing, so it's too early to show. There is gonna be some videos from our YouTubers I guess next week, where we can show them after we finalize him. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, we also talked about the next batch of G1 calls. We kind of tell a little bit what they're going to be about, but the full disclosure on what they do will be revealed probably in next week's newsletter or the week after for release in 2 weeks from now.
And yeah, some other stuff coming to the Shanix store as the G1 chip, so you can get some G1 cores from there. The tank for Omega Supreme and Overlord that at some point we want to release there, and some other stuff.
Cool. I think that's about it, what we talked. We'll be back again in 2 weeks time for more reveals and probably a bigger look at the G1 calls. We'll probably demonstrate them in battles.
We might actually play with double dealer then, since we're gonna miss the chance of doing it now. I think it would be nice to just show the bots if we don't have the chance to do it, because they are cool to demonstrate abilities. And I guess by that point, double dealer will be quite new, just only for the people in the actually got him into the leaderboard. So we'll see.
Yeah, it's a little. There's going to be a little bit of the same way as playing as Skylinks. You know, there's like different ways of using the abilities one after the other. So we can also discuss about the strategy of like how we can use him for which kind of situation in battle. So
he's gonna be he's a bit complicated as far as I know. It's like Skylinks combinations, and for some people it would be nice to get them a bit some tips and tricks. Of course, I'm pretty sure there will be quite a few YouTube videos coming in for that too.
Yeah, they're quite versatile, and as a trade-off, it's sometimes a bit complicated to understand. But yeah, we'll get over that.
Cool. I think that's all we have for today. Not a lot, but at least some good, nice sneak preview of what's coming up next. We did quite a few questions, so usually for the people you have like queries, always is a good time to actually spend some of the time in the stream answering some of the questions.
Cool. Yeah, stay tuned. Have a look at the newsletter next week for more info on Double Dealer, and we'll see you again in 2 weeks then.
And enjoy the weekend, guys.
Enjoy the weekend.
Take your time.
Bye.
Stay safe.
Bye.
Bye, guys.